1.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Colton Lindsay right here live inside of the Fearless Agent Facebook group. Have you enjoyed having me back? Well, I'm excited to be back here. So make sure to get your pen out and a notepad because I'm about to share with you some things that are going to dramatically impact the way you present your listing presentation. Now, there's a difference between presenting and giving a Fearless Agent presentation. So if you'd like to be able to convert even more appointments and presentations to a contract signed paying you heaven percent, which is 33% more, or maybe even 50% more than your competition, we'll get ready to rock and roll. Let's get into it. Step number 1 when giving a Fearless Agent listing presentation is you've got to be able to set the tone. This is what's called the introduction. There's a key set of words that if you use them, it will trigger you every single time to go into Fearless Agent presentation mode. Do not try to mix this up. I can tell you the number one biggest failure that people like you have when it comes to giving a Fearless Agent listing presentation is you don't have a canned presentation. You're trying to wing it as you go and show them a few comparables. In a nutshell, start with the introduction. Thanks for having me over. I'm excited about the opportunity to sell your house. More importantly, get it sold quickly. Any questions? By the way, how familiar are you with something called the expired list? And then you go into the second part, which is still part of the introduction, which is the expired intro. Now, if you want, go ahead and check out fearlessagent.com or call Bob Leffler. The next part you want to move to is called the preview of coming attractions, or POCA. This is where you tell them what you're going to tell them. Now, some of the series of giving a killer listing presentation, Fearless Agent style, is tell them what you're going to tell them what you're telling them, and then tell them what you told them. So this is called the POCA, or the preview of coming attractions. After you move from the preview of coming attractions, you're going to get to what I believe is the most important part of the entire Fearless Agent listing presentation. This is the fear of loss questions. This is the motivation questions. This is where you ask the questions that set them up to tell you why you're the guy or why you're the gal that's going to be listing their house, and then they're going to be telling you why the other people are not the guy or the gal. These are extremely important. This is where soft selling comes in, where you're stacking obstacles, and then you're creating an emotional experience to where you're the guy or the gal that's going to be able to take them through the finish line to put the most money in their pocket. After you finish those fear of loss questions, you're going to move on to where you're giving them a brief synopsis of what you do or don't do to sell the house. I really think this is the least most important part of the presentation. And then the next spot, which is the second most important part of your presentation, is the pricing strategy. More important than price is a strategy to make absolutely certain that you don't leave any money behind, Mr. Seller. And isn't that really what you're looking for? And you're going to give the strategy the way the Fearless Agent gives it, which is completely differently than all other agents out there. And what it's going to allow you to do is generate multiple offers. How would you feel if you could generate multiple offers on your listing every single time, no matter what market it is? Well, using this strategy, you'll be able to do that. But you've got to present it in a way that gets them on board. And remember, the idea isn't that to convince them that it's the best way. The idea is to convince them that you believe it's the best way. Because once they believe you believe, then game over. They'll do business with you. Then the last step after you do the pricing strategy is to present the contract. And in a nutshell, this is my philosophy to get you absolute top dollar. Is this definitely what you're looking for? If it is, go ahead and sign here, and I'll be able to help you get it sold. All right? That's the close, presenting the contract. So those are the steps. Make sure to start with an introduction, move to the preview of coming attractions, ask the fear of loss questions, present what you're going to do or not going to do, move to the pricing strategy, and then present for the closing of the signature. Those 6 steps will sign you even more contracts at an even higher commission rate. And if you're ready for that, well, go do it. Go give it a try. At the very least, write out your own presentation. But what I highly recommend you do is go to fearlessagent.com. And any of you guys that watch this, whether live or replay, put in the comments below if you've used the Fearless Agent presentation before and how it's worked for you. Thanks for being here. Check out fearlessagent.com. We'll see you later.